Hello. My name is Chen Xiaoli. My topic is impact of Fed tightening on Indonesia's energy and financial sector, the role of DHE SDA management. First of all, the introduction, because of the global micro shocks affect resource exporting nations. And the second, US Fed tightening triggers capital outflows and currency depreciation for Indonesia. And so DHE SDA becomes Indonesia's key buffer against those volatility. So as per Fed tightening, it means rising interest rate and the balance sheet reduction. And also it means it will attract global capital to USD assets and weaken the EM currencies, also including IDR. So Indonesia's energy export structure, because Indonesia is a major energy exporter, including coal, nickel, LNG, oil and gas, and it means high exposure to USD earning. So export revenue is very critical to foreign exchange stability. This is the overview of the DHE SDA policy as per PP number 36 and PPI number 3. So the government and the Bank of Indonesia mandates exporters to replace foreign currency earnings in Indonesia by using the instrument of FX deposits and the incentive for holding longer. This is the details of the DHE SDA retention rules. So the first one is 12 months. It's for mining, non-oil, gas, and plantation, forestry, fishery sectors for exporting. And for 3 months, it means oil and gas mining sector. By doing this, it's aimed to stabilize domestic foreign exchange liquidity, foreign currency liquidity amid global shocks. So by this policy, it means that, for example, like us, we are a mining company, coal mining company. If we export coal, we receive USD dollars, and we cannot, we must save these USD dollars to the Bank of Indonesia for 12 months. So we cannot use this USD currency, but we can based on this USD deposit, we can loan out IDR currency. So which means that we cannot use USD, but we can still using the IDR related to this export. This is a transmission of Fed tightening to Indonesian. So it's stronger USD means IDR depreciation and imported inflation, capital outflows from bonds and equities, and raising hedging costs for energy exporters. So the impact on energy exporters' behavior, exporters may delay foreign currency conversion to benefit from IDR depreciation, and also reduce the short-term FX inflows and adds pressure on BI's monetary inventions. So energy sector risk on the Fed tightening. Fossil fuels exporters face hedging uncertainty. Renewable energy projects become costlier due to USD-linked imports, and clean energy FDI declines as global liquidity tightens. BI and government response. BI rates hike to defend rupiah stability, and US use for FX reserve and domestic non-deliverable forwards. Ministry of Finance provides energy sector physical support. So this is the effectiveness of 2025 DHE SDA rules. This is the effect. Actually, it has been effective. It means longer in retention period improve FX stability. Exporters seek to balance regulatory compliance, vs financial optimization, and partial success loopholes and behavior issues remain. This is a case example. This is a coal examples of for this DHE influence. So policy effectiveness and limitation, although it's very effective, but also it has its limitations. In detail, DHE SDA framework improves FX stability, encouraging exporters to maintain USD balance offshore. OJK's Green Finance Roadmap 2 recommends integrating export reporting into digital supervision platforms. Another concern is the lack of transparency and integration between customs, tax, and banking data systems. And BI and MOF need to enhance interoperability to monitor real-time DHE flows and identify gaps. Fixed intention periods could create liquidity risk, especially when global demand on all prices drop. Broader micro economical implications. Fed tightening impacts currency, capital flows, Indonesian current account and fiscal balances. Higher foreign debt interest payments, reduce FDI inflows, and decline energy prices pose a triple threat. Sustainable financial is critical for Indonesian net zero transition with green investment pipelines at risk from unreliable FX management. Rising energy subsidies due to imported inflation to strain BI's monetary strategy and MOF's budget space. DHE SDA should be part of a broader micro-financial architecture, not just a regular tool. Policy recommendations offer better use for longer FS retention, strengthen enforce of DHE SDA rules, introduce BI back-to-back FX hedging scheme for exporters, and improve cross-agency digital monitor of DHE flows. So this is the comparative perspective, lessons from other emerging markets. So here listed some other markets, some other countries, lessons learned from this policy and the implications for long-term energy policy and sustainable development goals. A fact-driving tightening cycle could delay Indonesian energy transition and SDG achievement without proactive strategies. Clean energy investment, vital for emission reduction and energy access is vulnerable to the high front cost from global interest rate shocks. And also a stronger micro-physical government builds trust for co-investment for institutions like GCF and GETP, and also there are other 2 points. Future research opportunities. Research is needed to qualify DHE SDA compliance benefits on the various global scenarios using segmentation models with Fed rate trajectories, commodity price, and fiscal policy, and also micro-level studies on small and medium-sized energy exporters. DHE compliance and hedging risk can identify policy inclusivity gaps. Firm-level surveys and case study can guide targeted BI instruments or support programs. Longitudinal research on physical multipliers from DHE facilitated renewable energy investment can highlight long-term growth benefits. So this is the institutional capacity and governance challenges for this policy. So the SDA success depends on institutional capacity and governance, require coordination across ministers, regulators, and the private sectors, and also systemic bottlenecks include fragmented data systems and overlapping mandates and under resource enforcement units. And also there are other aspects like MOF and BIOJK operate separate data systems for export proceeds, financial flows, and taxation, causing compliance monitoring delays. And also digital interoperability is essential for real surveillance and effective micro-prudential policy. Balancing enforcement with business-friendly policy is the key. Rigid rules may deter investment or encourage circulation. And also there is institutionalized stakeholder engagement with chambers of commerce and exporters can improve compliance and foster shared stability goals. And capacity building, including technical tools and training for regional BI and SMEs, is vital to bridge knowledge gaps. This is a socio-political considerations and public perceptions. This is public perception, political dynamics impact macro-financial policy effectives, and also policy on exporters, capital controls, or foreign currency holdings may face politicalization and perceived or burden from the SDA could erode public support, and also the lack of transportation tools and electoral cycles may spark resistance to microfinancial reforms. And so conclusion is that Fed tightening creates unavoidable external shocks, and DHE SDA regulation is crucial buffer for energy and financial markets. So Indonesia must remain adaptive with coordinated monetary fiscal policies. So this is the references. Thank you very much. Thank you.